Hi, today we are going to be talking about one of my favorite products, the Tupperware Micro Pro Grill. Yes, a grill that goes in your microwave. What a novel idea. So this has been around probably right about 6 years, and it can transform your microwave into something that you can bake in, you can fry in, and you can do grilling in, and more actually. So we're gonna make a personal pan pizza today, and I'm gonna get it started, and then once it's in there cooking, I'm gonna come back and share some more features and benefits with you. But this is the grill itself, and it is all metal lined all of the way around, which is usually one of the things people notice first because we are so ingrained to thinking that metal can't go in the microwave. Well, in this it can, and I'll explain how and why in just a minute. So I have already in here one of the pizza crusts, and these are just the store-bought crusts. Let me grab the package here so that you can see. And so you can get whatever pizza crust you want to use. You could even make your own if you want to. And then I had this in here just long enough to kind of go ahead and brown it a little bit on both sides. So I'm going to put that in there to start out. And then I'm going to add some sauce. And this is one of our snack cups. And I know that many of you are familiar with the snack cups because they've been around for a very long time. They hold 4 ounces. And you can use obviously any kind of sauce you want, whether it's a white sauce or red sauce, just some olive oil if you want to. But those snack cups are nice because they are liquid tight, and anything that Tupperware has that has a round seal on it is liquid tight. So, we're gonna start out with just some sauce. I am gonna add, it's gonna be a Hawaiian pizza, by the way. And you know, kids can do their own pizzas and things in this grill because of the handles I'm gonna show you after I get this cooking are cool to the touch because of the silicone on there. So it's safe for the kids to use if they're doing in the afternoon after school a snack and you have some chicken fingers in the freezer, or you have hot dogs, or you have bread and cheese and you want to let them make a grilled cheese sandwich. They can put that together themselves and be able to do it in 4 or 5 minutes. So it's very cool. But our Hawaiian pizza is what I'm making now. So that was just a little bit of Canadian bacon. I am going to add some pineapple to that. And anything that you put on your pizza, you know, is things that you have personally hand chosen. So you know exactly what's going in it. And that's true of anything that you make at home as you start to learn a little bit more about some of the different products that Tupperware has and how they can help you not only save time and money, but really be a lot healthier for you and your family to be able to eat. So I'm adding some black olives, and this is one of our 2-ounce midgets. AKA a shot glass. I know some of people will call it that. And the midgets also have a round seal that fits on here. So again, they're liquid tight, just like the snack cups are. So if you have sauces, dipping sauces for the kids to take to school, or if you do have an egg in there that you've cracked and you're going to be taking it somewhere to, maybe if you have a traveling or something like that and you want to take it already cracked out of the shell in there, you can do that. Or even a little bit of cough medicine, you know, or something like that. Instead of taking the bottle and the spoon, you can just pre-measure it in there, snap the seal on there, and know that it's not going to leak out. So I added some black olives, and I'll share with you our Piccadillys. These are the junior ones. These are not out right now, but I love these. It's just 2 of us in the house now, so I keep one with green and one with black olives. And these have, just like in the large one that is in the catalog, the little, I call it an elevator, that will lift up so that you can get the olives right to your to the top there to be able to pull them out. This will sit up by itself like that, so that if you're grabbing more than one out of there, and then you can just drop it back down into the juice and put the seal back on. And again, this is a round seal, so it is guaranteed not to leak, okay? So and that's with all of the round seals that Tupperware has, so pretty cool, right? Okay, so we're gonna add some cheese. We're also gonna add some spinach to it. You know, I always like to try to eat healthy if I can, and I know pizza with the crust is probably not the most healthy, but if you do it early enough in the day, it's not so bad, right? So I'm gonna add some spinach, but you know what? Let's add the cheese first. And I wanna share with you one other piece that I'm gonna use for my cheese, and that's our Great Master Shredder. This is another one that if you are again, you know, wanting to do more home cooked meals and be able to do it faster and get your family involved. You know, this is a piece that the kids can do. My granddaughter has done this many a times, and your kids can too, and grandkids. So, but it has the base to it, which actually works with all of the attachments. I'm going to show you one of the other attachments in a minute, but it has the rubber base to it, and it's a suction cup, so it does have a lock that we're going to lock it down here, and this will just slide on like so, and then you can lock it down so it's not going anywhere, okay? And then we need something to catch the cheese, so I'm going to grab my whip and mix, chef. This is another time saver, and I honestly, you know, if it saves me time and money, I am all over it. So not just for just whipping, although it does make whipped cream 3 ingredients in a nanosecond, literally. So buying whipped cream ever again is probably not going to happen for me, but you can use it for obviously batters and different other meringues, things like that. You can even shred chicken with this. So next time we get together, I'll show you how you can shred chicken if you like to do tacos or burrito bowls or anything like that with that particular piece. But we're just going to use this to slide under here to catch our cheese. And this product will be one of our featured items in the month of March coming up real soon. So that's going to catch the cheese. This little piece is our plunger, but it's also the housing for some of the other attachments. I mentioned that I'm going to show you one of the other attachments in a minute, but one I'm not going to show you this time, maybe next time, is a meat grinder or meat mincer or an infuser, as it's been called as well. And you can actually make your own sausages and things, and the attachments for that are right inside of this little plunger. So we are just going to do some Parmesan cheese to go on top of our pizza. So I've just kind of taken a couple of small chunks off of the big block that I buy at the wholesale places. So anytime I need fresh cheddar or parm or Locatelli, any of those cheeses, buy the big block of it, you guys. It'll keep for you, and then you can grate it as you need it. So I am gonna go ahead and brew some of our parm that we're gonna put on our pizza. There we go. And any leftover that I have, so there may be, well, maybe not. I didn't cut too much off. But anyway, any leftover, you can just stick it in the fridge in a Tupperware container, of course, and then be able to have it so that you don't need to necessarily grind up more next time you need it. But that took us probably less than a minute, right, to be able to do that little bit of cheese. And so I'm just gonna sprinkle that. Actually, we'll probably go ahead and just put it all on there. And then I'm going to put some spinach on it, and then I'm going to give it probably about 10 minutes in the microwave. So my spinach is right here. This is one of our Fridge Smart containers, and this spinach I bought probably, oh gosh, it's probably been at least a couple weeks ago, you guys. I'm getting down to the bottom, and it's still just as dry as the day I put it in there. Your Fridge Smart containers are another one of those pieces that will save you time, because how often do you have to produce shop now? I said this has been a couple weeks probably, so it's been probably a couple weeks since I've produce shop for spinach anyway. I may have gotten some other things, and it will keep for you so that you don't have to throw it away because it gets all poopy and all that kind of stuff, or you don't have to spend the time running back and forth to the store. So anyway, I'm just gonna pat that down a little bit. I am gonna put this in the casserole position, and I'll explain that part to you when I come back, so hang on one second. Okay, so let me grab my other grill and tell you a little bit more about this amazing product, because it really is something that I feel like everybody should have in their household, whether you like to grill outside. I know sometimes the weather's not the best to be able to do that, or if you happen to be an RVer or someone who likes to maybe go travel around at Airbnbs or, you know, different places like that. This is portable, so you can take it with you. It is got a little weight to it, but not heavy. I mean, one hand, no problem, but it is definitely something that's portable and is gonna save you on, you know, if you want, instead of eating out, if you're traveling, you can just go across and buy a, you know, piece of fish or a piece of steak or chicken or burgers. I do vegetables in here a lot, and also fish and chicken and all those other things I just mentioned. The ring here can be a trivet if you're taking the cover off to check whatever's in here, you can just set that on there, because this will heat up to 425 degrees. This will heat up to 425 degrees in 3 minutes or less. So if I have done, say, fried potatoes and onions, I don't usually do that, but my husband does. He will put them in after he cuts them and tosses them in a little bit of olive oil and seasonings, pile them up in here, and then put the cover on in the press position. Remember, the pizza's in the casserole position, so we're going to talk about both of those, but he'll put it in the press position, so now it's going to cook both sides of those potatoes at the same time. And he'll usually run it for 3 or 4 or 5 minutes and then take that cover off and move them around and then put it back in the microwave. And he may do that a few different times until they are black and crispy, because we like them that way. And so at that point, by that third time perhaps, this little knob here, which is silicone, so normally when I mentioned your kids could do their grilled cheese sandwiches or their chicken fingers, after 3 or 4 minutes, this is not hot, okay? You're able to take this out with no problem. But if it's been in there for 10 or 15 or maybe 20 minutes, you know, different adding times to it, it may need a pot holder, okay? But you do have silicone here and under here, and that's why this can go in the microwave even though it's metal lined, because you have more silicone all the way around it. So the cover, I mentioned the press position for those potatoes is where it actually seats down inside, and that is going to cook both sides of that grilled cheese sandwich, that hot dog, those chicken fingers, not my pizza, my chicken breast, hamburger patty, steaks. I do Brussels sprouts in this position. I do broccoli in this position. And then you can also turn it in the casserole position, which is how we have our pizza in there right now. And you can see little openings here and here. So now you've got a little mini oven in your microwave oven. How cool is that? So think about the electricity you're going to save, because your microwave doesn't heat up your kitchen like your oven does. But you can bake ziti, cobbler, pizza, you know, reheat paninis or pizza slices, and it will re-crispen the bottom, but not touch and melt. It'll melt the cheese from the top, because remember, 425 is going to actually act almost like a broiler, but it's not. But the heat will resonate down to that cheese and melt that cheese, so it will reheat that slice of pizza, making it so that it's like it just came out of the pizza oven. So casserole position or press position are the two choices that you have. And then on the inside, you have I call it a reservoir or a little canal all the way around the outside. How this actually works is there are susceptors that are molded into the inside of the base and that are molded into the underside of this cover. And those susceptors grab that microwave energy and convert it into thermal energy, and that's what cooks your food. So this metal lining actually shields the food, so no microwaves at all touch or cook your food. So those this little reservoir, there are no susceptors under there, so you do want to make sure that you keep your food in that center section to be able to be cooked. However, if you're doing a chicken breast or hamburger patty or anything where the juices are excreted out, they're going to go down into that little reservoir, and there's no heat coming underneath there, so it's not going to pop and make a mess inside your microwave. It's just going to have a place for the juices to run off. So again, pretty smart thinking, right? So putting it in the microwave, again, time-wise, you're going to find that every microwave cooks differently, timing. So depending on your microwave, okay, so I'm back. So timing wise, your microwaves all work differently as far as the temperature and so forth, but on an average hamburger patty, probably 4 minutes depending on the doneness of it. Asparagus, probably 3 or 4 minutes. Maybe I tend to, you know, kind of maybe give them a few more minutes after that if they haven't charred enough on them. So really just trying it and seeing how you like it done as far as the crispness and stuff. But anyway, so the MicroPro Grill, like I said, is one of those products that is most often used as a half-off item for hosts, and or a free Tupperware as a host gift special. So I wanted to touch on that, and then I did want to share one more thing that you can use your base for besides cheese, grating cheese. So I am going to just pull the handle off of here because we're going to use the same handle. And we're going to spiralize some zucchini. So I'm going to take the handle off. This will actually just slide off, and I'll set it over there. and I'm gonna put on the housing for the spiralizer. So that's just gonna slide on. And then the spindle, which is actually gonna help to hold the zucchini in place, has little prongs here. So we're gonna push that in so it comes through first, okay? And then on this back side, we're gonna take that same handle and just twist it on. And then it has 3 different cones. So I'm gonna lock it down first. Okay, so I have it locked on there. We're gonna use one of the 3 cones, and they are color coordinated now in the catalog, the new ones. This first one has ribbons on the outside. I don't know if the camera, whoops, will pick it up, that are relatively thin. I am gonna use the one that's a little bit thicker, which is this one, if you can see the lines in there. So we're gonna use this one. And then this one is ribbon. So if you're doing like a tornado potato or something, you can actually put a skewer right in that little center hole there, and the potato will curl around that skewer as you're doing it, and then you can roast them. So this will just sit in, there's 2 at the base of the housing, there's 2 little notches there, and so these will sit right inside of those notches and snap it in place. And then the front side of the inside of the cone, there's a little knob there. So the zucchini is actually going to poke up against it there, and then the prongs here are going to help to hold it in place. The zucchini, I just went ahead and trimmed off the ends of it, and I'm going to be able to, I think, put the whole, actually let me do half. This is one of the paring knives that are super duper sharp, and they all have their little housing also sheath to go in the drawer, so you don't have to have it necessarily in a block. So I'm going to go ahead and poke this up against the front side. I'm going to push this up against the back side, and I'm going to lock it down. I'm going to go ahead and grab the pitcher from our Whip and Mix Chef again, and I'll stick it underneath there. And then I believe you should be able to see some Zoodles coming out of the end. How cool is that? And I know buying Zoodles already done, spiralized in the grocery store is very expensive. So this takes no time at all. You can save so much money again. So it automatically unlocks when it's done. And if you pull the spindle back out, you get this little nub. And I usually will chop it up and throw it in whatever dish I'm doing. So I'll include that in there. So let's do the other half. Push it up in there, lock it down, and there it goes. So this is one of the other attachments. The infuser I mentioned is one that will also fit on here. And then sometimes in the summertime, we will have the one that you can do your own sorbet, where you can push down in the hopper inside here just some frozen fruit that you have in your freezer and be able to make your own sorbet. So very, very cool. But again, it's all about the base. Because this base will work for all of the attachments, and again, save you some time and save you some money. So thank you for watching. Have an amazing day. Bye-bye.